It is a stormy night on Little Tall Island. People are preparing for the storm of the century. A man with a cane rings at the door of an elderly woman. When she opens the door, he says, "Born in lust, turn to dust. Born in sin, come on in," and then strikes her. He enters the house and drinks a cup of tea. People are buying stock from the local supermarket. Mike, who's a supermarket manager and police officer, is helping out. As the kid is playing outside, he hears strange whispers and sees the old lady's cane on the stairs. When the boy calls out the woman's name, we see the man with pitch black eyes. The boy slowly approaches the stairs. He enters her house and calls out to her once more. He steps in a pool of blood and then sees her on the ground. The man inside the house tells him he'll never be a basketball player. The boy runs out shouting for help. The man moves his finger and the ball then rolls to him. As the boy is running in the street, the people gather. He tells them that Mrs. Clarendon has been killed. The town manager is skeptical but decides to take a look. Mike is looking at the dog. He then sounds the bell. He came to look at the emergency shelter setup. Robbie sees the dead woman. The man is still inside. He says that Robbie was with a whore in Boston when his mother died in a nursing home whilst calling out his name. He then says that she's waiting for him in hell, that she'll eat him over and over again when he also goes there. Robbie then runs out. He calls out to Mike about the murder and then grabs his gun. When Mike answers, he's informed about the murder of the woman. Mike also grabs his gun. Snow is upon them. The men prepare to head down to the town hall. Robbie warns the men as they approach the house. As they're inside, they see the murderer. He's told to raise his hands. Mike then puts on the handcuffs. The man is calm. When they take him out, Mike asks for his name. He is Andre Linoge. The storm is getting worse every minute. As the ladies leave with their kids, Mike's wife Molly is told that there has been a murder on the island. Both ladies are upset. Molly decides to head down to the store with her son. As Andre is being escorted, he tells Robbie again that hell is repetition. Mike wonders how the man knows Robbie's name. We then see a different face on Andre. The men arrive at the headquarters. As they take him inside, his eyes change and the key breaks. Mike tells Hatch to go around and open it from inside the store. When Hatch is inside, Molly and everyone asks about the case. Andre tells Mike that he'll go away if he gives him what he wants. When Mike inquires, Andre just smiles. Hatch is unable to open after unlocking it. Robbie is also unable and then tells Mike he'll have to come around through the store. Andre says that they'll talk when the time comes. Hatch tells everyone to move back. As they bring the man inside, everyone's staring. Andre looks at Peter and says that his fishing business isn't going well, but he can fall back on his marijuana business. As he's pushed, he also addresses Kat about the secret procedure she did. She's crying. As Ralphie runs up, Andre grabs him and then kisses him. Everyone is terrified. Kat's boyfriend then grabs him. He tells him to clean himself up and then he has a nosebleed. Andre then tells her to ask him how well he knows Jenna Freeman. When a bystander asks what he knows about his sister, Andre says that horses are not the only thing she likes riding, which he directs to Billy. Mike then pats down Andre. After he takes off his hat, he asks him where his wallet is. Mike's angry that he touched his son. He then pushes him against the cage. They take off his boots and put him behind bars. Mike then easily opens the back door. As Robbie's inside, Mike doesn't want him there. Hatch is then told to try to raise the state police in Machias. The lady from the shelter says that they have lost contact with the mainland. Mike tells Peter to watch the prisoner with Hatch. He wants to close the store but needs some guys to hang around for a bit. Hatch is unable to make contact. Molly leaves with her boy. Later that night, whispers are in the air. A tree falls over onto the electricity pole. On the street, electricity is also affected and the lights go out. We then see Andre with red eyes. When light is pointed at him, his eyes are normal. Hatch then makes a remark about Peter smoking too much. Mike runs the emergency engine and the lights switch back on. As Pete gets up, Andre is looking at him. Mike then gives the guys a roster on keeping watch. He tells Andre that they'll have the talk later. Mike returns to the crime scene. He takes a picture of the corpse. He looks around in darkness. He then finds writing in blood upon the wall. When he wants to take a picture, it is not there any longer. He sees the man's cane. When he takes a picture, it has also disappeared. When he looks at the picture, the storm breaks the window. Mike then covers the lady. At some house, we hear a crackling sound. Jack has to return to the store with Kirk. We then see severe storm at sea. As Pete stares upon Andre, he's writing uncontrollably. We see many people arrive at the shelter. The men wonder how Andre knew everyone's secrets. Molly also arrives with Ralph. Pete is under some trance. When Hatch leaves for a coffee, we see Andre whispering with his black eyes. His cane then appears. Pete looks at it. At the dock, storm is aggressive. Another man is seen writing something in red. Andre continues whispering and has red eyes. We see Peter opening a door. The cane is now behind Lloyd. Pete hangs a rope. Andrews is calling out to Lloyd. We then see the same writing again. Peter then hangs himself and Lloyd strikes his face with an axe. The deck is then completely destroyed. Hatch sees Peter hanging and Andrews sees Lloyd. Robbie's informed that the deck is gone. He tells the woman to blow the whistle. Hatch sees the same message on Pete's body. Andrew then hisses.